California has now banned all single-family zones, according to this new SB 9 bill passed by Governor Gavin Newsom. What does that mean for us as real estate investors and as wholesalers? If you all want to learn more, be sure to like this video, comment down below, and make sure you subscribe to this channel for some more awesome real estate investing videos. So what is this new Senate Bill 9? So this bill is not saying that there will never be no more single family homes. All it's doing is allowing current single family homes that were zoned specifically single family to now be zoned multifamily. And so what makes this law a little bit controversial is that in a place where, or a neighborhood or a suburb where there would just sit one single family home, that property owner can now split it to as much as 4 units. So basically, this law allows people, let's say you have a single family home in California and you want to apply for this new SB 9 bill, or you just want to take advantage of this new bill. What you can do, you can either just build a second house on that same lot. You can just split up that lot in 2 lots and just create a second home. So that's 2 units. Or what you can do is take your current home, make it a duplex, and then split your property into another lot and create another duplex, allowing for 4 units on your property. So one of the main reasons why California passed this law is because of the shortage of affordable housing for a lot of their citizens. And California is trying new ways to alleviate that loss. Also in Oregon, I read in another research article that they already allowed most of their properties to be zoned multifamily to help with the shortage or the low volume of housing. And by the way, you all, I got this information specifically from this article. I read about it, so I'll link it down below. So there are some caveats with this specific bill and some rules that you have to follow, and just to see if you're eligible for this new SB 9 bill. So number 1, these properties cannot be listed as a historic home or in a historic area. California is still preserving those areas as historic homes or historic areas. Also, wetlands, farmland, and houses in fire or flood risk areas are also exempt from this new bill. Also in this article, I'll just read it directly from here. It says, if someone chooses to split their property into each new lot must be at least 1,200 square feet. So you all, if you have a small property already, it might be a little bit difficult if you don't have much land to actually split your property. Also, this article was saying that most people are actually not eligible for this because either they live in a specific area where there's a lot of floods or fires, you know, California is known for the fires, or because they may be in a historic area, or it may be because they don't have enough land to actually split their property. This is great in California because in most suburbs, a lot of residents cannot even split their property in 2. They can't have a duplex on their property. Most current laws just allows them to have an accessory dwelling on their property. But now this new bill allows them to not only just have that little small place, that small unit, they can tear that down and create a duplex so they can have 2 income producing units. So here are some more rules and regulations. So who can do this? So I'll just read directly from the article. It says that homeowners and landlords can apply to upzone their properties through their local jurisdiction, but only if they plan to live on the property for a while. So you have to live in this property. Property owners must sign an affidavit stating that they will occupy one of the housing units as their primary residence for at least 3 years after splitting their properties or adding additional units. Isn't that crazy? Like, you have to live in there at least 3 years. I know the FHA loan requires you to live there as your primary residence for 1 year, but this new bill is requiring you to live there for at least 3 years. Maybe it's helping people not to move out of California. I don't know. But it makes sense for us as real estate investors, as wholesalers, that if you're planning to live in California anyways and you just want to stay there, why not take where you live and just make it produce a lot of money, right? Why not make your single family home into a duplex and create another duplex on your property, right? If you know that's where you're going to stay for the next few years, or you have kids, they're already in the schools around the areas, you might as well apply for this. So when you move in 3 years, you can really sell those homes for a great price to investors who want income producing properties. So this law is only for residential properties. So if you have a commercial building that you want to do, this law does not apply to that. So another interesting thing that arose from this article is, will this actually make a difference? Will this actually help the housing shortage in California? And let me just read from the article. It said, in a recent study from UC Berkeley, it's estimated that 5.4% of the state's current single family lots has the potential to be developed under SB 9. So only 5.4% of homes in California can apply for this, making construction up to 714,000 new housing units financially feasible. So that's only a fraction of the 3.5 million new housing units Gavin Newsom wants to see built by 2025. So with 5.4% of properties even being eligible for this, that accounts to over 700,000 new units that can be built. So it can make a slight dent to it, but it's not as big as we think. So what does this mean as real estate investors, as wholesalers? As I explained to you all, if you're living in California and you want to take your property from just a single family to an income producing machine, apply for this bill, right? And let's say you're wholesaling properties around the area. Now, as opposed to bringing just a single family property over to your cash buyer, you can let them know, hey, this property is eligible for this new SB 9 bill, that you can take this single family home and split it into 4 units. But that investor just has to live in that place. But another interesting thing that I got from this article or this new bill is that they say that community land trusts and qualified nonprofit corporations are exempt. So if you all own those properties, or if for some reason, I know real estate investors, they have their own foundation, they provide housing for battered women or different things like that, they don't have to live in that property if they're providing those services, but they can still benefit from the rent, from the income generated from those properties. So they can take that single family house and split it into 4. And if they're putting like people that are, you know, if they're putting it through their foundation or some sort of nonprofit or community land trust or something like that, they don't have to live in that property and be under that you have to live here for 3 years rule. All right, so I hope you all enjoyed this video. Let me know what you all think about this new SB 9 bill in California. I know I have a lot of subscribers in California, and let me know if you would take advantage of this bill and how you will work this bill into your wholesaling real estate business. All right, be sure to like this video, subscribe, comment down below, and I'll talk to you all later. Peace.